All right. Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? All right, can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure. Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure that the audio is good. All right, can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure. Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure that the audio is good. All right, so I know that so I know that let me hello, hello, hello. All right, that's good. That's good. All right, it's good. Excellent. Start streaming. All right, everything's pretty much good. I'm trying to fix my audio for the game, and it's not working. And it's not working. I don't know what it is, but when it comes to the way how my let's see, off targeting. When it comes to everything that's happening into my OBS, it's not really working that good. I don't know what's going on, but it's not working very well. And I don't know why. I don't know why. But I have to fix that. But I can't fix it right now. So what I'm gonna do tonight is I'm just gonna let this play by itself, and I'm just gonna like let it do its thing, and let's do this. Let's make it all cool. So, let's see. Judgment Day's in May. Let's do Backlash. All right. So I am trying to pretty much do better story time, and I'm trying to fix my audio for OBS, but it's not working. I don't know why it's not working, but it's not working. It's not working at all, actually. So I don't know what's going on with it. Pretty much. And I man, this graphics is really good. Anyway, trying to fix my OBS. It's not recording. It's not picking up desktop audio, so I have to kind of suffice with having the mic and stuff. So that's kind of what I have to do. And the mic is fine. The mic is fine. The audio picks up on my end, but when it comes to actual desktop audio, it will not pick up at all. And I don't know if I have to reinstall it. I don't know if I have to uninstall it and reinstall it or something, or press default and everything. But something's going on. I don't know what's going on. So that is that is that is what's going on with me. So let me spread this out. Let me spread this live stream to people. Give me a couple of seconds, and I'll, and I'll continue talking. So, let's see. Give me a couple of seconds. Give me a couple of seconds. Give me a couple of seconds. Hold on a second. All right, did what I need to do. Let's look at this match and let's just have some fun. So, as you can see, both players are computers. I took this opportunity to download a video game that is that can play by itself. I did it on purpose because I wanted to work on my talking and my communication skills. I wanted to work on just talking and storytelling and just get better at that. I know that the last live stream I did yesterday with Diablo 4 was not very adequate, and I understand that. So I actually want to take more time to use a more linear, more self-streaming game and kind of spend time more working on talking rather than just playing because I can't do both. I just can't. I'm sorry about that, but within due time, we'll get better. Anyway, let me make some circle water and then I will be back in about like 10 seconds, okay? I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Told you this was gonna be quick. All right, so what I wanted to talk about today was female friends. I want to talk about female friends. I want to talk about uh what it's like, basically what it's like to have female friends and what they represent. Now, this isn't all females. This is just a big portion of modern women because modern women are different. When I was growing up in the early 90s and early 2000s, so I was born in 88, I'll be 38 in May. Uh, I was I was engineered to believe that all women were good and nice and perfect and innocent. They can't do nothing wrong. I've been taught that. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I've been engineered to be a nice guy and the stand-up gentleman, honestly, and that has not done me very good with girls at all. And when I started dealing with women in the early 2000s at 14, 15 years old, I kind of noticed something. When they say they want to be your friend, that's not what they mean. That's not what they mean at all, actually. What modern women say when they want to be your friend is basically, they want you to pay for stuff. They want you to pay for stuff. All right. They want you to shower them with gifts and buy things. That's what they truly want. They want you to do the most for them. And I think it's a bunch of bullcrap. Because what do I get out of it? I mean, like being the nice guy, having female friends, always helping out. That has not done me any good. Not gonna sit here and lie. Not gonna sit here and say that I am this ultra red pill, ultra instinct red pill individual. No, I've made a lot of mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. And it's important to have these conversations because no one's telling us how evil girls can be. No one. And that's kind of the gist of it. Female friends, they're really backstabbers. They're backstabbers. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it with my own ears, heard with my own ears, and things were spoken to me in confinement between one girl to another. It's just like they're not that loyal. It's it's a shame. It's a shame that they're not that loyal because not all women are like this, but a lot of women are, and that's what's so scary. You can't decipher. Excuse me. You can't decipher anything. You can't decipher the difference between a good woman and a bad woman, and that is the most heartbreaking, black pilling, red pilling, whatever pill you want to take. It is the most destructive thing for a man to realize that he is essentially a tool for women, and female friends are no different. I think when it comes to women, they have a price on their head. They have a price on their soul, which is, well, very nightmarish because that makes most women prostitutes. And I don't like saying stuff like this. I don't like saying these things. I don't like, you know, I don't like saying stuff like that. Oh, women are whores. I'm not that type of person. I'm not that bitter. I'm not happy about it, but I'm not that bitter. But I do have to face reality that all the female friends I had in my life, they all were around me because they wanted something from me, and that's honestly the gist of it. That's the gist of this whole stream. They wanted me to be around them because they needed something. If men were to not give women anything, women, first of all, wouldn't have a fit. They would explode. Well, who cares? Shut up. But second of all, there'd be no reason for women to be around men. The only reason women are around men most of the time is because we can offer them something that they need. They're broke, they ain't got it. That's the that's the legitimate reason is they're broke and they want someone to pay something for them or they want something out of greed. A lot of women, ooh, bust open. A lot of women are greedy. They're greedy. They want things they can't have. And it's a shame. It's really a shame. It's a shame that they want things that they can't have and they manipulate everyone else to get it for them instead of just working and paying taxes like you're supposed to, you know? But that's the nature of the modern woman of feminism. That's really is the nature. Am I supposed to open? Ooh. But yeah. I can't help but to realize that a lot of the time when we start talking about how most female friends are, they only want you for their own benefit. They want you for their own benefit. They want you for whatever you can give them, and that's pretty much it. That's it. They don't they don't care. And I don't like saying that. I don't like saying stuff like this. I don't like saying stuff like that because it hurts. It hurts to think that. It hurts to know that. It hurts to think that, wow, like I'm only useful to you because you need something or want something and that's it. Generally, most people are like that. And that'll lead a lot of people to hell. That's going to lead a lot of people to be burned and tortured for all eternity. And I'm okay with dragging people to hell. That's fine. Uh, as long as I make it to heaven, that's all I care about. That's how you have to be. You have to be selfish to make it in this world, which is sad because good-natured people get taken advantage of and screwed over. Um, but that's the reality of it. A lot of good people are really bitter. They're very bitter. A lot of good men who had female friends who helped them with everything. They're really bitter. They're really bitter. I'll give you some stories. I'll give you some stories. while this match is going on. So I even hit the second fall. Doggone. For like 10 minutes. Anyway, like and I can't see the chat. That's another thing. So if you have something to say to me, leave it in the comments, but YouTube's not letting me see the chat at all. I don't know why. It's not letting me see crap, but it's kind of annoying. Just leave it in the chat. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, I see a chat. I don't see anyone doing anything anyway. I have helped women with so much stuff. I've helped women with uh homework. I've helped this one girl was in college. I helped her with her homework. I've helped her with setting up a resume. I helped her with finding a job. And not once did she say thank you. None of my female friends said thank you. None of them did. None of them said thank you. None of them. I got nothing in return. I got a pat on the back. Not even a proper handshake. A pat on the back. No head leaning. No holding hands. No kissing. No nothing. I got nothing. Not even a Mario kiss. When Peach kisses Mario on his big old nose and stuff. I don't get that. And that's that's really the gist of it. Um, I got nothing in return for being good, for helping a girl with her taxes. I did that before. I helped her budget. I helped this one girl budget, and it was a lot on me. I did a lot for a lot of females when I was 2002, 2003, 2004, teenage years, 18, 19, 20. I was doing a lot, helping them with homework, helping them with dating advice to the guys that they should have never dated. They never said thank you. They never said thank you. They never cared. Rap one. And they never appreciated me until later. That's the fun part. They never appreciated me till later, until they were beat down by life, till they were destroyed by life choices, single motherhood, poverty. And when that happened, I was fascinating. I was interesting. I was cool. I was great. I was everything that they wanted a man to be. It's only until they're older, they got kids, they were beat down and ran down by life, that all of a sudden I become something. And quite honestly, it was a slap to their face. It was a slap to their face. And I never forgot those moments. I've been called, oh, Brooklyn's supposed to open. I've been called a good guy. I've been called a good catch. I've heard this one before. Anyone would be lucky to have you. You make a great boyfriend. I've heard that before. I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot in my life. I've heard that I'm like their brother. I've heard that before. Heard that quite a bit. And it's just it's not what it needs to be. A lot of girls overlook the good man, the man that will treat them right, that won't beat them to half to death. Oh crap! Ooh, outside the ring. There's a delay, but Rock falls out the ring. Anyway, a lot of the time, women choose the man that makes them excited. Women choose the man that makes them explode, makes them tingle, whatever that means. Women choose men. Basically, women choose date the men they complain about. That's probably the worst part about it. They date the men that they complain about, and then they don't. Then they complain to the nice guy about the men that they are sleeping with. I've had that happen. I've had that happen. Someone will uh sit there and say, "Oh, well, he hits me. Well, why do you stay? Let's get you a homeless shelter." No, I'm good. I've heard that. I've heard that. I've heard that quite a bit. R.I.P. Christian Wall. Anyway, let's see. And I've seen it. I've seen women complain about them being beaten, and they won't leave. I've seen that plenty of times. Female friends, all female friends, and I've just come to realize that most women don't want to get help. Most women don't want anything good. Once again, I don't like saying this. I don't like saying this. I don't want to say it, but I have to say it because we need to have those conversations. We need to have those discussions. We need to have those honest talks with our younger brethren, our younger boys. Dude, I can't save modern women. I'm not going to. I'm not reaching back. I'm done. That is very much not going to happen. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care to help women um to such a extreme. I don't care because I can't afford to, you know? I can't afford to. And to I can't afford to really have any more female friends. Not after what happened recently. And with that, um, I am burnout. I'm burnout. I'm burnout from helping. I'm burnout from communicating. I'm burnout from socializing. From people in general, but really modern women. I just want to stack money, pay my bills and stuff, have $1,000 in my account before society collapses, whatever. But I would have had more if I didn't have any female friends. I would have had a lot more. Excuse me, burping. I would have had a lot more if I didn't have female friends. Female friends always need help. They need a lot of help. And they always want something out of nothing. And the thing about it is that female friends will often ask for money or ask for favors and not give anything because they're cute. Well, the cute ones, yeah, they can get away with it. They get away with it. All right, they get away with stuff free. I'm not gonna say a lot, you guys. They get away with it, or because they're a certain color. That's another thing that no one talks about. And yeah, that's that's the big part. The big part. A lot of women think they can get away with it because they think they're too cute and they're not that attractive. A lot of women ain't really that attractive. I hate to say it. There's very few naturally beautiful people. Very few. Very few natural beautiful people. And most of them look like trash. Most of them look really bad. Their fake up is a problem. If they didn't have fake up, it wouldn't be a problem. It it wouldn't be a problem. This whole makeup thing, it really does make people look better than what they really need to be. And a lot of time, they don't look that good. I've seen women without makeup. Some of them look fine. most of them look bad. And I think that we as men need to see women without makeup way more. Makeup needs to be banned for 6 months. That's what I think. Makeup needs to be illegal. And let's see how women fare without makeup. They would snap. They would get mad. They wouldn't be as pretty. They wouldn't make a lot of money. They wouldn't make anything. They wouldn't make anything. And they would be forced to grow in the human level. It actually may do them some good for mental health. It actually may do them some good. And I believe that. I really do believe that. So a lot of women think they can get away with things because they're cute or because they look a certain color or because hate to say that too, but you know, that does play a feature in the West. And they get away with murder a lot, literally. And females often think they can have things and just not pay things back just because, and they do. And now we're seeing a renaissance, or not really a renaissance, but really a emergence of guys just stop spending money on women, and women can't handle it because they don't have anything. Let me tell you something to you ladies. You guys are desperately dependent on men. This whole feminism bullcrap, it's not going to work. It's first of all, feminism is a spirit. That's the one thing. Feminism is a spirit. Spirit of Jezebel, Spirit of Delilah, Spirit of Lilith, whatever you want to call it, which one. It's a spirit nonetheless. And it's messing you guys up, and you guys don't want to admit it because you guys are prideful. Okay, keep doing this. Anyway, a lot of women are not your friend. A lot of women are not your enemies either. Now, you're probably wondering, what in the world does that mean? Well, basically, it means that a lot of the time, women are. How can I explain this? Women don't really, they don't have the intention to hurt you. Some of them do. Some of them have the intention to hurt you, but most of them don't. Most of them don't realize what they're doing. Well, ah, that's difficult. They do, but they don't at the same time. They're like, it's almost kind of like asking for money. They just ask for money. They just ask for favors. You know, some people do that. Okay, some women do that, and they don't realize what they're doing of the consequences of asking for a favor. Or they may ask for money and intent on not paying it back. Or they may ask for money and try to pay you back some other way. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a double-edged sword. Some of them they fully see men as walking ATMs. They don't care, and they're never gonna care. Okay, fine. Then there's some women that, excuse me, there's some women that really do um see you as a quote unquote friend, and they think, well, she can do it. He's big and strong. And then before you know it, you're moving her stuff into her new house. It's weird. It's really weird. But guys are not wired that way. Women are. For guys, it's different. You better pay us well, and we'll be there. For women, we give women a pass on a lot of stuff. We give women a pass on darn near everything. We give women a pass on a lot of things. And it's quite it's not fair. It's not fair, and we often give them a pass because they're female, because we automatically assume that they're weak. Here's the thing, guys. Don't ever assume that a female is weak just because she's small and dainty. That's how they want you to perceive them. So you can get away with stuff. Because they get away with everything. They get away with a lot more than what you think. And it's that naivety that we have, the feeling sorry for them that we have, trying to spare their feelings that we have, that makes them so monstrous and deviant. There's one girl I know who was a female friend who, um, see if I can say this correctly. I don't want to give out any too detailed details. There's one girl that I know that was quote unquote friends with me for a year and a half. We hung out, all that. And then when I wanted to, spend more time with her, when I told her, "Hey, why don't we go to a movie? We both get paid next week. Why don't we go to a movie, hang out, and just talk about this and see where we're going to go?" She called me weird. She called me weird. Called me weird for wanting to hang out, for wanting to be friends, wanting to spend time and really talk about her life choices and really wanting to um just bust it open to really talk about how she feels and why she's making bad choices. Because I was the emotional tampon. This is about 20 years ago. I was the emotional tampon, and that's all I was. I was there to help her out. I was there to pick her up during her ride, pick up her friend, whatever. I did all that because I was a good natured person, and there was no payoff. The girl that called me weird, there was no payoff. There was no payoff. There was nothing that I got out of her. And I was 17, 18, whatever. I thought that maybe she was down on her luck with call me weird, but no. I should have listened the first time. I should have just left her ran through and just destroyed. But I didn't, because I'm actually a good person. I help. I want people to do good. I want people to succeed. And I get screwed over for it. No, but I want one. Busted open. And I oh wait, one didn't win. Well, he won, but there's yeah, here we go. They're not showing it. But yeah, this girl was I assumed she was down on her luck. I assumed that she needed help. I assumed that she needed a helping hand all the time. I assumed it. And you know what? It's not true. Most women are, if not all women, there we go. Yeah, I'll see that. Most women have a roster of guys. Most women have a roster of guys. And most guys don't have anyone to help them. That's the truth. When I was 18, 19, 20 years old, I had my parents, but did I have anyone outside of that? No, I don't. No, I don't. I still don't. So, but she had a lot of people. She always had friends. She was always around people, and I was always by myself. So, when I told her that I wanted to spend time with her and kind of help guide her to a better life, she called me weird for it. Um, her life spiraled out of control, all because she rejected something that was good right in front of her. And her older sister told her you need to spend some more time with him because he's trying to help you out. And she didn't listen. She chose drug dealers and stuff. She chose all these other bad people besides me, which is a pattern. And she said, "Oh, anyone will be lucky to have you." No one has me. No one had me. I'm near 40. I'll be 38 in exactly 4 weeks. Because it's April 15th right now. I think it's officially April 15th. Let me check. I'll be 38 in exactly 4 weeks. 4 weeks. 4 weeks, and I have never had a girlfriend to this day. Never been in a relationship. Never had anyone, and that is just the automatic truth. And I'm okay with that. That's fine. But when you start talking about um the anatomy of being called weird, being called, a brother, being called like, oh, you're like my cousin. A lot of the time, women don't understand what they're saying. Like they do, but they don't. Like it's one of those weird paradoxes. One of those weird paradoxes of a woman, to where they know what they're saying, but they don't know what they're saying. It's weird. It's almost like they do, but they don't. They do, but they don't. Let's see if I can take off the. Yeah, I can't do it. All right. I was gonna take off the bars anyway. And ladies, when you say you're like a cousin or you're like my brother, um, what you're saying is an insult. You just say you see us as sexless. Say it. Just say it. Um, Tell your male friend that you don't want nothing to do with him and lose him. Lose him. It's not a big deal. You got plenty of people on your roster that you can deviously replace, but you want to keep the good guy because you want to keep his benefits. That's manipulation, and that's not fair. And you know it. You know it. You know it's not fair. And this is what I'm talking about. Female friends ain't worth nothing. Female friends, all they want is something out of nothing. They don't say thank you. They don't say thank you. They don't care. They don't have any male empathy. They don't understand what you're going through. They don't. Oh gosh. Female friends don't necessarily want male attention. They just want the maleness. They want someone to open a jar of pickles. They want someone to help them move. They want someone to help them. Um, they want someone to help them with, moving. But they really don't want you. And that's something that I had to realize. And that took me years. It took me my whole 20s and my early 30s to realize that I am not wanted. All right. I'm not wanted. I'm not wanted by a big majority of women. A big majority. And that's just the truth. I'm not wanted. I'm not desired. And that's fine. That's fine. By most women. Because I'm not what they are looking for. And that's okay. Just be honest. See, it's one thing if you are honest. If you just say, look, I need to have someone that's 6 feet tall. I need to have someone bigger than me, taller than me, to feel protected. Um, I need to have someone that's toxic because I'm looking for a father figure that I never had. Or I lack a father figure and all I know is chaos. If you were honest like that, men could respect it more. Men could respect that. I can respect that. Just be honest. Just say, look, I need therapy, I need help, but instead I'm doing this. And I'm selfish. Just say that. If you say that, you know, it's not really a big deal. I mean, like at least you're honest, at least you're aware. But most women want to play stupid. That's the problem I have. Most women play dumb with a lot. I can't stand them. Like at this point in my life, at near 40, most modern women, and I'm not saying all, and I notice I'm not saying all women, I'm saying most modern women are not worth having around. They are not your friend. They will never be your friend. And the only reason why they're around you is because you can supply something for them. That's the sad truth. That's the sad truth. They only care about you. They only care about you when you have something to offer. If you don't have nothing to offer them, they will drop you like a hot potato. They'll drop you like a hot potato. They don't care about you. You're not worth anything to them. And that's just the truth. And it's frightening to know that over half the population, well, not over half, a good portion, because I'm trying to be fair, a good portion of the population is like this. Yeah, from 18 to like 35 to 40. Yeah, it's it's crazy. It's crazy when you start looking at all this. It's crazy when you start thinking about all this, about how women only see you as an object, but if you objectify them, then it's a problem. I've noticed that. I've noticed that. I've noticed that a lot. I've noticed that a lot of the time, women want a double standard when it comes to treatment, and then when they get the same portion that a man gets, they cry. I've noticed that. I can prove that. I can prove it right now. The draft. Let's say the draft. You know good and well if World War III were to fully pop off and there was a draft that all women 18 to 30 were automatically signed up for the draft and 70% of those people got drafted, they would cry because they've never really been to war. Now, there has been some women that have gone to war and paid the ultimate price, and for them, thank you for your service. Thank you for your dedication to keeping me free. But a lot of women do not want to be in war. A lot of men don't want to be at war, but it doesn't matter what men want at this point. At this point in time, it never really mattered. There's a meme on X talks about equality, how Julia didn't have an education and Johnny didn't get to live because he was signed up for the war, and it's like 1815 or something like that, and it balances out. Johnny didn't get to live. He died at 19 years old. Julia lived her life but didn't go to university because she's a woman. It's like, yes, but you get to live. And a lot of women don't understand the value of life. They don't. That's a human problem, but a lot of women don't really get it. They have not been expendable. They have been protected for decades. They have been protected for a a long time here in the West. And you know, I'm not saying leave them out to die and stuff. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is compared to how men are treated, women are coddled. Women are coddled. And there's always someone that can take care of a woman. You can, if you got, there's always a roster, especially if you look halfway decent. I'm not even saying cute, I'm saying decent. If you look decent, there will always be someone that's willing to be there for you for a price. That's it. All you need to do is do some sexy time and you got a place to stay. Guys can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I gotta work. I gotta work 3 times in one day. I gotta make this money. That's what I'm saying. It's a bad trade off. I mean, when you start talking about marriage, well, let's talk about marriage for like 5 minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes. Back in the day, marriage was the only way guys could get sex. Okay, all right, that's just the truth. That was the initial payoff. You got sex. Okay, within the confines of marriage. For women, they got protected and they got taken care of for the rest of their days. You don't have to work. Doesn't that seem like a bad deal? So what? I have to sit here and sleep with you, or I mean, not have to. I'm sorry. I get to sit here and sleep with you, and I got to go to work and take care of all these bills and stuff, and it just seemed like it was a bad deal from the get go. But the engineering, it was worth it. Women didn't have a lot of options, legally and politically, but they got to be taken care of. Men didn't have a lot of options when it came to sex. Okay, fine. But marriage solved that, and we got to work, and a single income could afford everything. So it was balanced out. It was balanced. Now inflation is through the roof. It's up to Babylon. Okay, it's up to Tower of Babylon, and everything's so expensive. There's inflation. There's that. Um, Women are outpacing men when it comes to education and money, which there's nothing wrong with that. But men are being destroyed. So there's an imbalance, and no one's getting married. No one's having any kids. No one's. There's more male virgins than there are female virgins. That is it's going to lead to a collapse. And eh, marriage was the only way to kind of balance the contract, the social contract. Social contract don't mean crap because it's broken. It got ripped up a long time ago. Long time ago. So because of that, um, we just don't have anything to really live for. And if there's one thing I will say, and I have to come back to this, is do not live for your female friends. Don't live for your friends. Your friends don't care about you. They don't care about you. All right. Um, are they going to pay your rent? Are they going to pay your bills? Probably not. Is Sarah going to pay for your mortgage? No. But she wants you to take her to her job because her car broke down. Are you going to pay for my gas? Oh, I'll pay you next week. Next week comes, she don't pay. I've had that happen to me. I've helped people move in and they didn't say thank you. So I just left them alone. And then they got mad at me. Um, it's important to realize your worth as a man. It's important to realize the worth of female friends, which is zero. But most modern women, not all, but just most. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bookend or Booker T thingy. Oh, it's been Rooney. And it's important. It's important to really understand that for men, we are the prize. And don't let women gaslight you because they're women. Just tell them to shut up. Just tell them to shut up. Just say the white man wins. But anyway, yeah, I would just. A lot of women don't know how good they have it. Now, I know there are some things that women go through that's not good. I understand that. I understand that completely. What I'm talking about is a general consensus, and what I'm talking about is quite frankly the general rules. There are rules that women don't have to follow. They don't have to follow. They don't care to follow, and they still get rewarded for bad behavior. That's the general rule that I don't like. And men, we have to be We gotta be on top of our game. We gotta be on top of our game. And if we aren't, then there are consequences. Women don't suffer the same consequences as men. And that's why if World War III, well, when World War III pops off, the women get drafted. I want them to get drafted. I completely am for women getting drafted. 18 to 30, let them get drafted. Let them shoot. Let them train. Let them carry guns. Let them fire explosives. Let them drive a tank and watch what happens. They're all gonna die. And that's fine. I don't care. I don't care. And I don't care because it will get their act together. It'll toughen them up. It'll make them realize that life in the game. You can't just sit here and take, and not care and be, oh, I'm a female willy nilly. Because a lot of modern women think that way, and they're acting that way. They're acting like children, not paying nothing, not doing nothing, wanting handouts all the time, prostituting themselves. OF. It's just, oh my gosh. Anyway, I think I made my point. Female friends are not your friends. They don't care about you. They never did, and they never will. Very few people in general are your real friends. Most people are not your friends. They're only around you because they want something from you and they just want to take. And they don't want to pay nothing back either. Well, let them do that and they do this to the wrong person and they end up dying. Oh well, laugh at their funeral. All right, that's it. I'm about to get off. It's been about a good solid hour. I don't know how long it's been. I don't know how long it's been. I got me one like. Thanks, guys. And if you're watching, I'm gonna drop me a video later on tonight in about 2 hours. Give me about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'll make me a new video about female friends and stuff, and or some sort of topic. And with that, I will say goodbye. All right, bye, guys.